Hey everyone! So I'm back again. I'm sorry that I look horrible. I kind of just woke up. Still have my pajamas on. So I'm going to say a whole bunch of things. First of all, I'm in bed, so if the camera moves, I'm very sorry. My dogs are playing on the bed. And if you hear that, which is Marley barking, I'm very sorry. Just keep your volume low a little bit because she never listens to me to stop anyway. But Sarah is gone right now. She's at work, so I thought that I would do a couple of videos. I have a big book haul for you because I have some of the books that I got yesterday and then some of my collective library haul just because I told you guys, I have a shit ton of library books. And so I'm showing you them because I am reading a lot more than I used to. I'm reading a lot faster, so I have a shit ton of library books. And I kind of I switch them out, so I always have them. And then I have, it might be a little bit hard because it's going to be on my tablet, but I'm going to make some other videos about my favorite TV shows and what else was I going to do? It was my favorite TV shows and something else. Oh, a mini review thing of the movies that I've seen recently. So, this one's going to be some of the books that I've gotten recently. And so, here we go. Yet again, I know I do this all the time. I can do a small little review if I know what it's about. But I'm not going to do a lot of review because I'm sure you guys have read all of these. These ones are kind of a lot older with the reads. Some of my newer ones are in other piles, but anyway, the first one I have here is The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valentine. That looks like that, and then the back has that on it, which I think is really cool. I am so interested in this book. I saw it for the very first time on Book Rat Misty's YouTube, and it looked so good, and so I had to pick it up. This is the first in a series. I believe it has 4 or 5 in the series. I'm not quite sure, but it looks really good. Oh my god, this dog Marley is really making me upset. All she does is roll around and bark. Marley. Marley. Marley, come on. Okay. She's never going to learn. The next thing I got is Wild Things by Betsy Bird, Julie Danielson, and Peter D. Serta. This is semi-new. I think. Hold on, let me check the... Oh yeah, it's a 2004, but it looked really, really interesting, so I decided to pick it up. It says Acts of Mischief in Children's Literature, and I believe it's a lot of different childhood stories in here, and it is kind of the different stories in them, and making them mischiefy, I guess, but it looks really, really good, so I'm super excited to get to that one. The next one I have in this pile is actually one that Sarah got, but I will most likely read too, and it's called Self-Destructed by Evan Jacobs. This is not a mass paperback, it's actually super big writing. We have a little, it's like one section of the shelves that is it's like super quick reads, kind of, so they're like, no, this one's a little bit thicker, but like I said, since it's big words, it'll be a quick read. They're super small, it's just really short stories, I can't talk today, and it goes right to the point, and this is kind of one of those, and so this one looked really good. The next one I got is a book that is of short stories in it. It's called Geektastic Stories from the Nerd Herd, and it's edited by Holly Black and Cecil Castellucci. I think that's how you say your name. It's just a whole bunch of different short stories within this. I've been seeing this at the library for a long time, and I really wanted to pick it up, and so I decided to just pick it up because I can read 1 or 2 stories within reading my other books. The next book I got, or the next two books I got, oh no, in this, I got a whole bunch of hers, but in this pile, there's three of them by Jackson Pierce. I own Sisters Red, but I haven't read it yet. I've read Fathomless and another one of her books. I can't think of what it's called. And I absolutely adored them. Oh, wait, no, I lied. There's one more by her. So I have four in this pile. Because I want to read all of her books because I think she's an amazing person. I watch her stuff here on YouTube, and I love the books that I've read, and so I cannot wait to get to these. And the first one is Sweetly, which I like these covers a lot better than the newer covers. I have another one that's a newer cover, but I like these ones a little better. This one is, I believe, a Hansel and Gretel retelling. And there we go with the bouncing. My dogs are just horrible sometimes. The next one I got is Purity, which is about like keeping your things to yourself. The next one is Cold Spell. See, this is one of the newer covers. I like it, but not as good as the old cover. I'm not sure which one. I believe this is the Snow Queen, so it's Elsa, which I'm really excited for that because I love Elsa. And then the last Jackson Pierce one I have is As You Wish. I'm not sure entirely what this one is about. I believe I have it on my to-read list on YouTube, on Goodreads, so I'm really excited to pick that one up too. Okay, the next book I have is another author here on YouTube. I've actually never read any of her books, so I saw this one at the library and I decided to pick it up. And it's My Name is Rapunzel by Casey Hilton. She has a YouTube channel on here, and I know I've commented on her YouTubes and I've talked to her and stuff like that. And so I decided that I would pick up her book because I love fairy tale retellings. I love Rapunzel, so I thought that I should pick it up, and I've heard that it's really good. The next book I got is, I think it's a new book. Yeah, it's a 2015 book. But it's one that's not very well made just because it's a teen MTV kind of book, and it's Conquering Chaos by Caitlin Lowell and Tyler Blortera. I think that's how you say your name. They are from 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom. This is the couple that put their baby up for adoption. It's super short, so I'm hoping to get through it really quickly. But I really wanted to read this book because I love them personally. I do read a lot of kind of autobiographies like this just because, well, only if the person interests me, because I love hearing kind of the backstory of things. You saw a lot of stuff through MTV, but this has stories from behind the scenes MTV. So I'm really excited to pick that one up. The next one I got, actually my fiance owns, which I didn't know she owned until I went to the library and I picked it up because I went there specifically for this book. I was kind of catching up on some BookTube videos, and I watched Get Bookish the other day, and she actually got this book. And it's The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. I've never read a Toni Morrison book, and I've heard that she's phenomenal, and that this book is super sad and super kind of depressing, but I've wanted to pick it up. I've heard of it for a while because I told you my fiance has it, and she told me about it, and so I wanted to pick it up, but I totally forgot that she even owned it, but it's okay because all of our books are in storage right now anyway, so I wanted to pick that one up, and I'm excited to read it because I've never read a Toni Morrison, so I'm excited because it is a Toni Morrison, and this is her first book. So the next one I got is a YA series that I'm sure everyone has heard of and read, and it is The Adoration of Jenna Fox by Mary E. Pearson. The next one is yet again a YA series I'm sure everyone has read, and it's Carrier of the Mark by Lee Fallon. I'm really excited to get to that series. The next one is also a new one. So see, look, I am kind of in my 2015 books, which I saw. My library does this thing that, why can't I find the beginning of it? Oh, it's 2014, technically. It's from last year. Does this thing where it will print out the newest books coming out so that you can know, and if you want to put them on hold so that, like, when they come out, they'll come straight to you. And this is one of the ones that I got on hold, so I'm so excited to read it, and it's Moriarty by Anthony Horowitz. I had never heard of this author before, but I am a huge Sherlock fan, well, BBC Sherlock fan, and so as soon as I saw this book and it's kind of about Moriarty, I decided to pick it up because it sounds so interesting. The next one is The F It List, by Julia Halpern. Is that how you say her name? This is another YA book that I'm sure everyone has read. It's been on my list to read for a while, and I saw it, so I picked it up. The next one is, I believe this is a new one too. Maybe the end of 2014. Yeah. And so I'm excited to read this. I'm not sure exactly what it's about, but the cover, and I know I read it, the inside before, but I just don't know at the moment. It sounds really good to me, and it's Balthazar, I think that's how you say it, by Meg Wiltzer. Sorry, I'm really butchering names today. The next three I got are some autobiographies. I'm really excited to read them just because, like I said, I love autobiographies, especially if it's people I like. The first one is called Dirty Daddy Chronicles of a Family Man Turned Filthy Comedian by Bob Saget. I love him. He is the father from Full House, so it sounds awesome, and I'm excited to read about him. The next one is Sliding Into Home by Kendra Wilkinson. She was one of the, that's her, there you go. You can see her face a little better. She's one of the people from The Girls Next Door. She was a playmate from the Playboy Mansion, and she got married to either a baseball or a basketball player or something like that, and so I'm really excited to read that because I used to watch Girls Next Door all the time. And the last book, I'm sorry this is so long, the last book I have is Melissa Explains It All, Tales from My Abnormally Normal Life, and by Melissa Joan Hart. Growing up, Clarissa, see where she does it, explains it all, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch were two of my favorite shows ever, and I absolutely love her. I think she's a great role model, so I'm really excited to read her book and kind of see her life, I guess. But that is it for the haul. I'm going to do some other hauls today just because I need to get it done and just show you all my books. But yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions, comments, anything, put it in the down bar. If you have read any of these or want me to read them because you want to know what they're about, just let me know and I'll definitely put them on my to-do list as soon as possible. So yeah, see you in my next video.